Alright, y'all. We're talking WWE Monday Night Raw 2012, October 15th, 2012, y'all. Not a bad show, not a great show, but the main focus of this was the end. You always want to go out TV, pay-per-view with that ending of you wanting more. Now, trust me, y'all, we had a 3 hour show. I had enough. Um, so, you know, do I like the 3 hour concept? No, I don't. It's too much for me, at least, and I'm a wrestling mark. But they are doing back-to-back weeks of you ending Raw and wanting to know what the hell are they going to do next week, and that's a great, great wrestling program. Both WWE and TNA are doing that. TNA's better product. Until then, let's get into it, y'all. They kick things off with the Big Show coming out there and talking about that, he's going to beat down Sheamus and become the new world champion. He calls out Daniel Bryan, and that sets up a match. Daniel Bryan gets beat by the Big Show. Big Show wins with a choke slam here. Getting the Big Show over, Kane and Daniel Bryan kind of came together, and so to speak, with Kane saving him. So, decent way. Here comes the good part. Paul Heyman's out there and introduces the WWE Champion. Of course, that's CM Punk. Punk talked about last week. It doesn't matter who you are. If you disrespect him, he's going to make you pay. Vince McMahon comes out and says, "You know what? I gave you your chance. You didn't make the best of your opportunity. You did not choose your opponent to Hell in a Cell. So you know what? I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to make your opponent. But we're going to wait. Contract signing. It'll either be Ryback or it'll be John Cena. We'll have to wait." And that's how they kind of draw you into the show. Alberto Del Rio defeats Burris in about a minute. Nothing real fancy here. Wins with an armbar. Santino Marella and Zack Ryder get defeated by the Primetime Players. Nothing special in this one. Typical, Primetime Players just beating down Santino and Ryder. Ziggler comes out here. Dolph Ziggler comes out here. Does a promo about winning the Money in the Brief contract. Says that he deserves a WWE Championship opportunity more than Ryback does, as he's just a flash in the pan. David Otunga comes out here and says basically that he deserves it more than Ziggler or Ryback. AJ comes out there and makes a match. It's going to be Ryback versus David Otunga and Dolph Ziggler, a handicap match, 2-on-1. Ryback ends up winning this after Dolph Ziggler leaves David Otunga. It was pretty impressive seeing Ryback lift that David Otunga. That dude is big. Antonio Cesaro defeats Justin Gabriel, which was a decent match. I wouldn't mind seeing this matchup once again, maybe on a SmackDown or a main event. Decent back and forth action. Justin Gabriel, he can sell pretty good, and that's what Cesaro needs. Because Cesaro needs just to limit the headlocks, but keep that smashing going on. Kane defeats Matt Striker. Hugs and chokeslams. That's a W. Nothing to talk about here. It was cool to see Matt Striker, I guess, back as a wrestler for one night only. Miz TV, Miz introduces things and go back and forth, setting up a contest. Now, the title match, which I don't like in this, Intercontinental Championship is on the line on Wednesday night on Ion Network on the WWE main event, third week in a row. I don't like having a preview of the match. This singles competition, 2 days before the match. And I don't like that. Now I'll get to that match later on, because that match might not even happen on main event. Sheamus versus Wade Barrett, a rematch from last week. Good back and forth action, a tough physical match. Sheamus ends up winning this after gets thrown out of the ring. Big Show lowers the top rope, causing a DQ. Kind of a BS finish, but they'll call it that. Sheamus defeats Wade Barrett via disqualification. Nothing. This and last week did not hurt Wade Barrett. That's out of his control. Eve defends her Divas Championship and defeats Layla. Wah. They could have kept this for Hell in a Cell, but do this rematch of Hell in a Cell, and the outcome should stay the same. Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow were supposed to face Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara in a tag team tournament to become the number one contenders to face Team Hell No at Hell in a Cell, but Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara was not there tonight. Rey Mysterio had the flu. He had it over the weekend. Continued on to Monday night. have that match next Monday on Raw, and the winner of that contest will take on Team Hell No at Hell in a Cell. So it works out, and no big deal. They still have a week, which is a good thing for WWE. Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow defeated Primo and Epico. Primo and Epico can put on a pretty decent contest with any of the tag teams in the WWE, so put them out there, get them some exposure, and throw a decent match. Kofi Kingston versus The Miz. Now, like I said earlier, I don't like this that it's on Raw 2 days before the match, and I don't even know if that match is going to happen because Kofi Kingston hit Trouble in Paradise on Miz, and Miz didn't get hand up. He took it straight, looked like a just a strong shot. And then after the match, she was bleeding, and the docs were checking on could that be storyline? Yes, it could. From my vantage point, it looked like he kind of just got a stiff shot, and kind of just kind of shook him up a little bit. We'll see if that match happens. It probably will, but you never know. And then the main segment of the night, which left you leaving Monday Night Raw wanting more. Vince McMahon comes up there, introduces all the participants. Ryback, John Cena, and the WWE champion CM Punk, alongside Paul Heyman. Vince says that Punk didn't have the balls to make his choice. Punk signs the contract and says, "You know what, Vince? Go ahead, pick somebody." Cena says Punk has been champion for 330 days. Ryback to the WWE Championship doesn't mean anything. But you know what CM Punk needs? He needs a good ass whooping. Then starts chanting, "Feed me more." That kind of gets Ryback over with the fans as the whole arena was chanting, "Feed me more." Ryback signed the contract, smashed Punk's head onto the table, through the table, hit his finisher, which we still don't know what it's called. That's how it ends the show. We'll have Ryback, CM Punk, Hell in a Cell, WWE Championship. 2 weeks, we'll be covering it. Next Generation Wrestling Society that we would like to have. WWE Monday Night Raw, October 15th, 2012 TV results. We will see you next time. Next Generation Wrestling Society will become in the links for in the description for this.